Hello and welcome to the GSCC podcast, a business podcast for business in the Greater Springfield region. This podcast is powered by the Greater Springfield Chamber of Commerce, and I'm your host, Matt Taylor Farrington from Purple Bunny Marketing. And today I'm joined with Beck from McNamara Law and Mel from Zest Mortgage Solutions.
Hello.
And today we're going to be talking about their wins at the recent awards, Marquee Awards. So first of all, congratulations to you both on your wins, and Mel, 2 awards for your business, which was great.
Yes, thank you so much.
So first of all, how did you feel when your business was announced as the winner of your award, or in your instance, as a business person?
Shocked for me. I was shocked to even be named as a finalist, let alone a winner of the award. I actually thought Mel was going to take out that award. So, shocked is how I would describe that, so much so that I didn't even have a speech prepared. And I think it's one of the first times I've not really had anything to say. So
it's always the better speech, though, when it's not prepared, I find.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
And for you, Mel, how did you feel?
Proud is probably the word I would use.
Yes.
As people that have grown businesses, growing a business is so hard.
Yes.
And it's been blood, sweat and tears and everything else for me for the last 5 years. So proud of what we've accomplished, proud of my team, proud of our community. So it was fantastic. Yeah.
Lovely. And I guess, what does winning the award mean to you as a person and to your business?
Look, for me, it's recognition for my team.
Yes.
I am blessed to have the most incredible staff, and it's recognition that they do consistently go over and above every day, which I know, but it's recognition from the entire community that that's what they do every day. So for them, for me, the award is for them. Absolutely.
Yes. And for you, Beck?
and for me, I guess winning Business Person of the Year, for me, it was I've been with McNamara Law for 21 years now, but I've only been a director just gone on 1 year.
Yep.
So to have won that award at the end of my first year as a business person, I think, it was just very recognition that I'm doing something right.
Yeah.
And that I'm going in the right direction, and recognition that the community are acknowledging all the hard work and everything that they put in. So
couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
All right. And how do you think this recognition will impact, obviously, yourself or your business moving forward, both in terms of growth and reputation within the region? I think you just touched on reputation there a little bit, but how do you think that will help?
Yeah, I think that, for myself, I'm 4'0", and there is a lot of stigma around male dominance in the legal industry. So I think, over the years, I've been to court matters against big, tall, buff men. And one actually said to me one time, "You're my opponent." And I schooled him, by the way. But I think it's just people do stereotype, I guess, and look at, who's this 4'0", how can she possibly be a director of a law firm? And so I think it shows that you can achieve what you want to achieve, and hopefully that stigma around all of that, people tend to lose a bit, and I think that is happening. That people look at me as someone more powerful and dominant, rather than this little midget who doesn't know what she's doing.
Yes, we definitely don't miss you in a room in a chamber of heads.
No.
So, and for you, Mel?
There's probably 2 components to my answer. The first one is very similar to that of Becky's. The finance industry, in particular the mortgage brokering industry, currently has about 20% female brokers. So it's a very male-dominant industry. And coming into the industry, I very much felt that. I felt like I was pushing it uphill to kind of make a name for myself in the industry, and to prove that not only as a female that I could do this, but as a mum I could do this as well. So for me, it was going, absolutely, we've been able to do this, and I've been able to do this while balancing being a mum as well, which is incredible. I guess on the other side of it, when we opened Zest, I was super conscious that brand and recognition and reputation was going to be everything to us being able to grow the business that I wanted to grow. And something like this goes a long way to proving that we've got that brand recognition, that we've got that reputation. The marketing off the back of award is huge. It is really incredible marketing for a business like ours.
Yeah, 100%.
I think it's also good for the next generation to see, we're showing our children that I grew up in a family where mum's a stay-at-home mum, and that was the norm for me, and that was actually how I predicted my life would be. And I think it's good to see success and your children see that they can be what they want to be too.
Yeah, definitely agree. All right, so the next question we talk about is, obviously through success there's always challenges that we always face. So what's been some of your biggest challenges in the last year, and how have you overcome them? Obviously, Beck, you've had some challenges you were just talking about before within your industry, but what's something that you faced in the last year?
For me, having been at McNamara's for so long, the challenges from a legal perspective have been there for many, many years.
Yep.
The new thing for me in the last 12 months was the director side of it. So the HR, managing staff and all of that kind of stuff. We have about 40 staff. So that's it's a decent size for a smaller business. So there's a lot of people to manage, and I think that culture was one thing that we really, it's never been bad, but it's one thing that you want perfect. And in the last 12 months, we've really focused on that, and I think the culture is the best I've seen it in the 21 years I've been here. We introduced birthday leave, which was to help enhance that culture and show some recognition to our staff. So I think I would suggest making sure your staff are happy, that has that flow-on effect to your clients being happy. And I think that's what I have focused on, and I don't really think though that I'd call it a challenge, because our staff are wonderful. So it's been an easy challenge, but something that we've improved.
Yes, definitely. And for you, Mel?
Well, firstly, now my staff can't watch this because they've just hit me up for birthday leave. They're going to be like, but McNamara's Sorry. Thanks, guys. There's definitely been a couple of challenges in the last 12, 18 months. Firstly, 11 rate rises consecutively. That definitely came with its own challenge. Our world has changed considerably in the last 2-3 years. Come kind of 2020, 2021, through the pandemic, our industry was booming. We had so much opportunity, and the opportunity in the last 12, 18 months has dropped about 30%, as in the available lead sources, the clients, those sort of things, has dropped considerably. And there's been not only the lead source or the amount of leads available, but then it's almost like a fight against the banks at the moment in time. Once upon a time, we were on the same page, but at the moment in time, it feels like we are on the opposite side and we are fighting against these big, massive corporations. So that's definitely been a challenge. And then I guess the other side of it is the business itself. So we've doubled our staff in the last 18 months. So I've now got 10 staff. But I personally don't want to get off the tools. I love being a broker. I love helping clients. So kind of building out a management team underneath me is being the challenge there, and understanding that I need to delegate to them for them to then be able to kind of manage so that I can still help our clients, because you can't do it all, right? I wish I could, but you can't do it all. So those have probably been the two key challenges.
Definitely. All right. So winning an award like this can potentially open doors for you and for your business. What are your plans for the future, and how do you intend to build on the success?
Well, I can absolutely start. So we've absolutely got some really cool growth opportunities moving forward. We are just announcing the opening of our second office. So we are so incredibly excited. Look, when I started my business 5 years ago, I was working from my spare bedroom in my house, and I thought it was just going to be me, myself and I. And here 5 years later, we're opening our second office, which is something I could have never dreamed of. So the chamber in itself was one of the biggest supporters of me opening my business, and they've continued to support me through this growth journey, and here we are. So that's our really exciting path.
Congratulations. That's amazing to be able to open another office. Definitely.
Thank you.
And for you, Beck?
Plans for the future, we're actually about to have a strategic planning conference for the next 12 months in a couple of weeks. So hit me up there, what we decide on that. But ultimately, it's just to continue building, continue making our clients happy, continue getting good results. And grow with the community, which is what we've really been doing. So
lovely.
Continue and build on that.
All right, so we're going to dive into some specific questions for both of you. So, Beck, I'll start with you. Obviously, as Business Person of the Year, there was obviously some key criteria in there that they looked at. And I guess the question is tailored around that. So how have you demonstrated leadership and innovation and commitment to growth and success in both in business and within the Greater Springfield community?
I guess firstly, having started at McNamara's as a 17-year-old receptionist and moving my way up the ranks over the years, there have been a lot of people at this firm who invested a lot of time in me.
Yep.
And I very much believe in paying that forward. So one thing that I have been doing is lots of mentoring of junior lawyers, graduates coming through the ranks. So there's a few junior lawyers within the firm that I mentor regularly. But in addition to that, I'm a mentor through the QUT Law Foundation.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Mentoring for 4 years one of their law students, where our firm are financially contributing towards her degree.
Yes.
And then I personally am assisting her, and, I'll take her along to court with me and things like that. And she's got trouble with an assignment, she can shoot me a text and, we can talk it out and things like that. So I think mentoring is a big thing I'm passionate about.
Yes.
The struggle with that is finding the time when you've got so many other things that you need to be doing.
Yes.
But I'd definitely say the mentoring, we partner with a lot of local or bigger charities, the MARTA Foundation at Springfield being one of them. So we essentially will do a will for people suffering from cancer or people who are unwell and require to do some estate planning. And we do that at a very cheap cost, paid for by the charity. So it's a free will for that client, which I think is, businesses helping businesses in the area, and us partnering with the MARTA to do that, I think can only help the community grow.
Yes.
I could go on forever with the things that we're doing. I would assume this podcast is on a time limit. So
it is, and it clearly shows why you won the awards. So, I think it's a great feat for what you're doing. I think there's a lot of things that I hear through Layla and the likes through the chamber of what you're doing in the community. So I think it's great. All right, so Mel, we're going to jump over to you. Obviously, the winner of 2 awards, obviously the Members' Choice and the Business of the Year award. So in what ways has your business gone above and beyond to deliver outstanding service, foster growth, and obviously contribute to the community as well in the past year?
Yeah, so I guess when we launched the business, so I've got a banking finance background. When we launched the business, I was conscious that A, dealing with banks is really challenging, and B, the whole finance process is way more complicated than it needs to be.
Yes.
So we're all about making it simple and stress-free to help people get finance. And so continuing to improve our technology, our service levels, our processing timeframes for everything has been a key part of what we've been doing over the last 12 months.
Yes.
So really just making finance accessible is really what we're all about at the very moment in time. And I think we've absolutely delivered on that in the last 12 months, and we'll continue to do so with further technology improvements over the next 12, 24 months, whatever that looks like. From a community perspective, once you get your business to a certain point, you feel like it's time to give back. And that was the last 12 months for us. So myself, along with 2 other local business owners, participated in Dancing CEOs charity this year, where we fundraised $110,000 for Women's Legal Services Queensland, who provide free legal and financial advice to women escaping DV. Yep. So to be in the position to have the community involvement and the community backing me and backing us, to be able to do that and then give the time, effort and financial back to a charity like that was really important for us. I guess the final piece of the last 12 months for me is kind of mentoring other brokers into our business, very similar to Becky. Very grateful now to be at the point where I can mentor others to do what I'm doing. And when one of our brokers picked up a national award recently for New Broker of the Year in the industry. So really proud of her and kind of what we've been able to achieve in bringing the next, the next line of incredible brokers through the industry.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. All right, so we are on a time limit, so we are going to wrap that up. But thank you both for coming in and sharing your insights into your awards, and congratulations to you both on your wins, obviously with your 2 as well. And I think that's it from us. So we'll wrap that up. Thank you for tuning in to the latest episode of the GSBC podcast. Make sure you stay tuned to our socials for all the latest details.